Part of discipline is showing up for yourself and getting on your mat. So congrats on getting here. My name's Taylor. I'm your guide for today's Yoga for Self-Discipline Vinyasa Flow. No props are necessary. Let's get started. We'll begin today standing at the tops of our mats. So come to have your feet about hip-width distance apart. Lift your all 10 toes off the mat and spread them wide, doing your best to place each one down individually. Can be easier said than done. And then take a rock forward and back, finding a spot where you feel comfortable, secure, maybe even powerful. And once you've found that spot, I encourage you to close down your eyes or soften your gaze. Bring a gentle bend to your knees as you draw your tailbone towards the ground. Gentle hugging in of the belly button, pull it in and up. As palms face forward, shoulders roll back, lengthen through the back of your neck to stand tall, strong. You did the hardest work of getting to your mat today, of showing up for yourself. And as we flow through this sequence, I encourage you to remind yourself of the affirmation, I am here. Whether you choose to do a pose or not is up to you. This is your practice. You may do what you feel or take my guidance, but you still showed up. You are still practicing the act of self-discipline. Take a deep inhale in through your nose, fill your torso. Open mouth, side out. Seal the lips and bring a gentle constriction to the throat. Ujjayi breath. As the breath is slightly audible, and think about extending each exhale. It can be of equal length to the inhale or longer. Inhale deeply, reach fingertips to the sky, gaze may follow. Exhale, palms face out, push the air away as you fold forward, generously bend your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins, lengthen spine, crown of head reaches forward. Exhale, forward fold, let your body drape over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, sit bones wide. Exhale, fold forward. Once more. Inhale to lift, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, plank pose. Fingertips spread wide, shoot your heels towards the back of the room, crown of head towards the front. Same drawing in of belly button in and up. And with the base of your hands, energetically feel like you're pulling your hands back in space. Inhale, rock forward onto your toes, shoulders past wrists, knees release towards the ground, elbows tight to ribs as you slowly lower yourself all the way towards the mat. Push into the tops of your feet. Knees may lift off the ground as you inhale, crown of head forward, and chest lifts off the mat, baby cobra. Exhale, release towards the ground. Keep the activation in your legs. Inhale, lengthen spine and lift, baby cobra. Exhale to release. Elbows stay tight as you inhale to lift. Maybe hands float off the ground. Exhale, release towards the mat. Tuck your toes, come through tabletop position. Lift your knees back to downward facing dog. Take as much time as you need here, pedaling out the legs. Maybe lifting the heels off the mat and then letting them sink towards the ground. Or maybe you pedal one leg then the other. Then come to stillness. Inhale high up onto your toes. Exhale, generously bend your knees, look towards the top of the mat. Take baby steps until you land in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, melt forward. Inhale, reach fingertips all the way towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward, hands push the air away. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, plank pose. Same activation, heels back, head forward, base of palms pull back in space. Rock forward on your toes, option to release to knees or stay on your toes as elbows move in tight and you slowly lower towards the ground. Inhale, activate legs as you lengthen crown forward and reach all the way up. Option for baby cobra or full cobra. Release all the way back towards the mat. Tuck toes coming through tabletop or plank position. Move yourself back to downward facing dog, 2 breaths. Inhale onto toes. Exhale, bend knees. Big step towards the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt forward. Inhale, sweep arms all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, plank pose. Inhale from knees or toes, rock forward. Option to come all the way down towards the ground or bend your hands halfway. Then release chest forward, push into tops of your feet, upward facing dog. Exhale to release, roll over your toes or come through tabletop or plank, downward facing dog. Inhale to toes. Exhale to bend knees. Inhale, big step or jump forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, melt forward. Inhale, reach fingertips all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, option for baby back bend. Think of bending into upper back more than lower. Exhale, hands float down by your sides. Inhale to reach fingertips towards the sky. Exhale, step your left foot back in space, landing it on about a 45-degree angle, warrior one. This is typically a shorter stance, so your back foot can be closer towards your front foot, and you want your feet about hip-width distance apart. Inhale to reach fingertips to sky. Exhale to draw your rib cage in together. Gently tug right hip back in space, left hip forward as you bend into front knee. Deep inhale here, reach. Exhale, arms sweep down in front of you. Left arm comes underneath right, equal arms. Option to give yourself a generous hug if that feels better. All of us, we're lifting elbows towards the sky. If in eagle arms, forearms move away from the face. Deep inhale here. Perhaps you lift your arms, invite a baby back bend. Stay for the exhale. Deep inhale here. Exhale. Arms come back in line with shoulders. Inhale, last breath in eagle arms. Exhale. Step your left foot back in space. Widen your stance to warrior two. Now front heel is in line with back arch of left foot. Right toes point towards the top of the mat. Left toes towards the long edge. Bend deeply into right knee. Check to see that your shoulders are over top of your hips and energetically reach fingertips forward and back. Inhale, flip your front palm, reach forward, lengthen through left hand side of body,
Keep that length as you exhale. Reach right arm up and back like you're curling over a giant beach ball. A deep inhale here. Continue to reach right fingertips. Stay for the exhale. Inhale. Exhale, windmill your hands all the way down towards the ground. Come up high into your left toes. Step right foot back in space, plank pose. Continue to draw the heels of your palms back in space. Deep inhale here. Exhale, come down to your elbows so that you're on your forearms. Keep fingertips wide. Continue to lengthen heels towards the back of the room. Deep inhale here. Option to stay here or to walk your feet in towards your heels. Dolphin pose. Think downward facing dog but on your elbows. Allow your neck to be long. Have a bend in your knees if need be. Two more breaths. Lengthen tailbone towards the ceiling. Sit bones spread wide. Push into your palms. Lift yourself. Downward facing dog. Elbows come off the mat. 2 breaths. Inhale high onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Look towards the top of the mat. Big step or jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt forward. Inhale, reach fingertips all the way towards the sky. Option for baby back bend. Think upper back more than lower. Exhale, release from the back bend. Hands float down by your sides. Palms face forward. 2 breaths here. Inhale, reach fingertips towards the sky. Exhale, step right foot back, warrior 1 with left leg forward. Square your hips, left hip draws back in space, right forward. Push evenly into both feet, almost like you want to rip the mat apart. Guide your tailbone towards the ground. Reach crown of head towards the sky. Elongate your spine. Inhale, breathe space into your sides. Exhale, right arm comes underneath left. Option to give yourself a hug instead. Inhale, lift elbows. Exhale, move forearms away from space. Inhale, option to lift arms towards the sky, inviting in a back bend. Stay for the exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale, return arms to shoulder level. Deep inhale here. Exhale, open your arms as you step your right foot back in space. Warrior 2. Don't cheat yourself here. Have the discipline to know when you are cheating yourself, when you're not doing the pose to your fullest extent. There's a difference in holding yourself back versus needing to take things easy. Is your left knee guiding towards the left so you can see your big toe? Are you pushing evenly into both feet? Deep inhale, flip your front palm, reach forward, lengthen right side of body. Exhale, reach left fingertips up and over. Keep the bend in your front knee. Deep inhale here in reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill your hands towards the ground. High onto back toes as you step left foot back in space, plank pose. Option to stay here, challenge yourself. Knees are always an option as well. Or to come down towards your elbows, forearm plank. Deep inhale here, hips come in line with shoulders and heels. Exhale, option to stay here or walk toes towards your heels or your elbows. Dolphin pose. Pull shoulders away so that your upper back broadens. 2 breaths. On your next exhale, push into your palms, lift your elbows, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Inhale high into your toes. Exhale, bend through knees. Step or hop forward. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, drape forward. Inhale to roll all the way up, fingertips reach, option for back bend. Exhale, push the air away, arms by your sides, palms face forward. Return to that strong Tadasana. Maybe you close your eyes here, remind yourself of our affirmation for today's practice. I am here. Even if you're finding it challenging, stronger than you'd like, maybe not as strong as you'd like, you are still here. You are still practicing self-discipline. Inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhale, step left foot back in space, bend into front knee, warrior 1. Inhale, find your positioning of the hips here, lengthen through sides. Stay for the exhale. Inhale to reach, find length in the arms. Exhale, left arm comes under, eagle arms. Inhale, option to reach, elbows towards the sky, back bend. Here comes a change. Exhale, forward fold, humble warrior. Body comes to the inside of right leg. Keep the bend in your right leg. Don't cheat yourself. Let your lower body be secure, your foundation. Your upper body is heavy, surrendering forward. Inhale, return upper body to neutral, maybe back bend. Exhale, open arms, find warrior 2 feet. Deep bend, maybe you challenge yourself. Reaching energetically in 4 directions, crown reaches up, tailbone down, right fingertips forward, left fingertips back. Inhale, flip your front palm, reach forward. Exhale, reverse warrior. Option to drape your left arm behind your lower back, reaching for your right hip crease as you continue to bend deeply into front knee. Option to lift right heel off the mat. Deep inhale. Stay for the exhale. Release the heel, strain into right leg. Reach right fingertips all the way up and back, creating a long diagonal through right hand side. Exhale, bend into right leg, windmill your arms towards the ground. Step right foot back, plank pose. You know where we're going. Do you have the discipline to do it again? Or more importantly, the discipline to listen to yourself? Option to come down into forearm plank, or to walk your toes towards your elbows, dolphin. Push into your palms, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Inhale to toes. Exhale, bend knees. Step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, melt forward. Inhale, reach fingertips to sky. Exhale, hands float down by your sides. Inhale, reach fingertips to sky. Exhale, step right foot back in space, warrior 1. Check in hips. Ribs lift away from hip bones. Fingertips reach long. Exhale, right arm underneath left, eagle arms. Inhale to reach elbows towards sky, strong legs as you exhale. Surrender forward, humble warrior. Upper body becomes heavy. Chin may curl towards the chest, releasing back of the neck. Inhale, push strong into both feet as you lift all the way up, maybe back bend, maybe neutral spine. And open to warrior two, stepping right foot back in space. Big bend into left knee. Energetically reaching through all four lines, all four directions. Relaxing in the shoulders. Flip front palm, reach forward. Exhale, reverse warrior, option for right arm to drape around lower back, reaching for left hip crease. Check in with your ribs. Are they splaying out? Can you invite them to hug in? Deep inhale here. Exhale, option to lift left heel. And know that if you try this and it's not good today, release heel towards the ground. That's okay. That's a part of discipline too. We'll all release, strain left leg, reach left fingertips back in space. Exhale, bend into left knee, windmill hands towards the ground, find plank pose. Same options, plank, or come down to forearm. Option to stay here in forearm, or come to dolphin. We'll all meet downward facing dog, 2 breaths. Notice if maybe your heels come a little bit closer towards the ground. Maybe your knees are still as bent. Just taking notice, no judgment. Deep inhale through the nose. Stick out your tongue, sigh out. Lion's breath. Inhale to toes. Exhale, bend to knees. Step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt forward. Inhale, reach fingertips to sky, option for back bend. Exhale, hands come to touch. Land in prayer in front of your heart center. Soft gaze or eyes may close. Spread your toes wide. Find that same strong Tadasana. This place where we started this practice of discipline. The place where we reminded ourselves that we are here. You are here. You did the hard thing of showing up. Eyes flutter open if they're not yet. Walk your feet out to about edges of your mat. Feet can turn slightly out, maybe even toes off the mat. And let your sit bones melt all the way towards the ground. And know if you get to stay here and that's all you can do today, that's perfectly fine. Hold there. Or continue to let sit bones reach towards the ground until elbows come to inside of thighs. Hands push firmly together. Still an activation here. Pull pelvic floor up, belly button in and up as well. As you lengthen tailbone away from crown. Here in Malasana, it's said to help with decision making. A great pose to return to when you can't decide if yoga is the answer or not. And deep inhale in through the nose, wherever you're at. Stick out tongue, side out. Lion's breath. Hands come towards the ground, behind you, or if you're still lifted off, slowly fold forward, come to your knees, and swing your feet out towards the side. We're all going to land sitting on our bums. Fingertips reach forward, feet about hip-width distance apart, and create a C shape with your spine, curling forward, chin into chest. Last little bit of effort, slowly lower yourself, vertebra by vertebra, all the way back down onto the mat. Once you land, arms may come out wide, legs may extend long as you set up for final relaxation pose, Shavasana. Maybe a gentle move of bringing your shoulder blades a bit closer together for a gentle heart opening. Think of releasing through your glutes and hip flexors, letting this area be heavy. Chest and upper back melt into the mat. Belly is free to soften. You are safe to let go. Maybe you repeat the affirmation, I am here. I showed up. I did my best. I am here. And let your breath slow down. Return to stillness and peace. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Invite in a deeper breath and some movement with your ankles and wrists. Take a deep inhale in as you reach fingertips and toes in opposite directions, stretching full body. Exhale to release. Draw one knee in at a time. Maybe a gentle rock from side to side feels nourishing for the lower back. And then land in fetal position, rolling to right hand side. Take as much time as you need here to rest and rejuvenate. And when you're ready, push yourself up to a comfortable seat. We'll meet with our hands in prayer at our heart centers. Bow your head so your third eye meets your fingertips. And thank yourself for showing up on the mat today, for doing this act of self-love for your mind, body, and your soul. Lift your head back up. May you feel kind words. May you speak kind words. May you think kind words. Together, we bow forward and say thank you. Thank you so much for joining me today and for showing up for yourself. I hope you feel fantastic, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video and comment. Have an absolutely wonderful day. I'll see you again soon.